good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone? This was a cold episode, man. Um, Not only did we learn more about the villagers and what they're kind of going on about, but we also finally understand that we have brought another one over to the kingdom of science. Um, we got a magician who, bless his heart, pulled off one of the most craziest stunts I've seen in anime in a while when it comes down to being prepared and just knowing when you need to take care of yourself. Man, that was great. To see that he has found some type of berries within this like world, this stone world that resemble blood, and then he put a whole bunch of patches of them deep enough that if if someone has actually taken someone's life with a spear before, somehow they had the same feeling of that, right? Or if they've ever, I guess, like killed anything with the spear, I'm guessing it might feel the same, piercing flesh, like taking a fork and poking meat, stuff like that. Like you kind of know the feeling of it after you've done it so long. So the first thing they believe is that they have already, like succeeded and taken this guy out, but come to find out, you can't kill a magician. You can't kill a smart man. So yeah, he definitely outplayed and outsmarted them. Oh, you guys saw that. He had zero ability. Jump Force, fix your computers. Please stop being trash. We get it. He was gonna die, so you want to cheat for him. He had red and he did a breakaway awakening. Yeah, okay. But with Dr. Stone being as smart as he is, he still feels like there's something that can always um, surprise him still. There's still a lot in this world that he hasn't really figured out. And I love that aspect of his character as well as the fact that he doesn't mind um, slowing down some process to get the bigger picture taken care of, which right now the biggest picture for him is taking care of someone who wants cola. Like everything he's doing right now is great and helping him push forward closer to making electricity, weapons, all this different stuff. But if that guy were to return and gave that, explanation of, yeah, this man has made light. This man has done things already that you will never be able to do. And he's alive. If he goes and says all that, the show is coming to an end real soon, you know? And even the main character knows that. So I hope that doesn't become like a really bad trove of the show is, oh man, if that guy farts, the other guy's gonna find out and we lose, like if it's always gonna be like that, or if it's just gonna be like that until he has enough close enough things to put up a willing fight to actually be able to win, to actually be able to, change the outcome of all this building up army and stuff like that. Because from what we see, this man has been very, very busy with the rejuvenation juice, and not only has he been really busy, he's also not showing us any signs of his friends being there, right? The people that are supposedly went back and accepted, the fate of their friend, but at the same time they want to live, they want to create human population or whatever, so be it. And, supposedly he might have accepted that, but as of right now, we don't even see them there. So, has he accepted it? We don't know. And that's kind of another cool part of it is he could literally be pulling something messed up, as in, um, literally putting them in a position where they can't fight. Like, oh, well, yeah, you guys can join me, but guess what? If he is alive out there, I have you as prisoners, and there's no way he'll try to take you guys out. Like that's already something up his sleeve that he can pull with having them there. And sure, it's something our main character probably could have thought of as well could happen, but at the same time, if it does happen, there's not too much technology to hold them there, right? Like there's not like iron bars that they're going to be behind or anything like that. They're going to have some tough security protecting them, but other than that, it's going to be just some basic people that maybe even our Mr. Strongman doing all the work can handle. Some he can handle some beating, but maybe he'll finally throws his fair share of punches once he sees that everything that might be going on and transpiring here would be bad for him to allow to happen and to continue to happen. So we'll see how all this turns out. I mean, both sides are very focused on moving forward. And as of right now, the one who's moved the most forward looks like both of them. You know, like you can't really say neither of them have not done anything because seeing that he has an archer that had like a dead eye pretty much could probably have sniped this guy before he even came in. Um, things like that are where we kind of draw this narrative of like how much has he been doing? What has he been doing? And is what he's been doing good enough to keep up with our main guy, our main science god? And if it's not, we're gonna find out real fast, like we're gonna know in a hurry who's in the better position to win all this, and that's definitely something I've been looking forward to. But yeah, seeing this guy literally get bodied in this week's episode, Gene, that was pretty sketch, right? I honestly thought we might have been seeing close to the first death in the show, and not only seeing the first death, but seeing the first real mistake being made from just the people around our main character to get too much attention towards him. But I think him coming back as beaten up as he was a better way of doing it than actually how he was just probably going to go there without having any scars or anything, like the way our tall, brutish guy sees it is the first person that kind of came at him literally try to kill him. So why would he then send someone over there that, supposedly that should happen to him too, and he's nowhere near as athletic and strong and stuff like that as he is, so he shouldn't get away without any scratches or bruises, let alone get away. Um, so that was a really cool aspect that they put into mind is how badly he looked beaten up and how he sold it. Definitely sounded like that village. Definitely sounded like those people, but to be fair, I don't trust him believing that story, right? I don't believe it until he's like, okay, well, I won't be worrying about them anymore, or my nemesis that's, making science. But you got to remember, this is also a man who knew once he unthawed this guy out of the stones, he knew who he was. So if there's anything out there of him being treacherous or being, conniving, other than his career of literally tricking you and showing you that he's lying, um, then yeah, that's kind of a tall tale sign that he could send you out there and whatever you come back and say, you might believe the opposite. So by him not saying the guy's alive out there and you should go check it out and stuff, that might have literally been the reason why he goes out and checks now because he doesn't trust you and he wanted to hear whatever you had to say and then did the opposite of it. So that's the way my brain thinks. I'm not sure if that's how it's gonna play out or whatever, but that would be pretty clever on his side to send out someone who is capable of mischieving even himself, but at the same time he tries to do it and you don't listen to the information that was given. You do the opposite of what he tries to tell you. I don't know. That would just be me in this situation where uh, people's background are really the main thing that make them who they are and help them even strive harder than they should be already. Like in this case, making flowers disappear and then becoming a sorcerer right after it, right? So I can't wait to see what they do with all this. This show's been really interesting. I don't really understand all the hate towards people having an opinion towards when this stuff is like popping off. If you have an opinion and it's not the popular opinion, you shouldn't be like you shouldn't be like attacked and have your channel take down because you feel one way or another. That's the type of stuff that actually like makes me laugh and makes me want to not even have anything to do with this place of YouTube, because there's people out there that literally will go out of their way to crush somebody just because they don't have the same opinion as you. So remember that if you ever want to be making videos and stuff like that, there are people out there that will just hate you for having an opinion, and because you have an opinion that's not theirs, they won't want you to continue to have an opinion. Even if they do want you to start over a new channel just to feel better about whatever they did, it's still dumb. It's really dumb. So I'm sorry I got into that. I just thought about somebody that had a great channel and it got taken down literally because of this show and him not believing that this show is realistic. It's not full 100% realistic. And because he said that, it led to his channel being flagged and taken down. So it's sad, and at the same time it's very, very disappointing with looking at how all this stuff gets handled on YouTube, and looking at how these fans or these people have that much power now that they know about just because you didn't want to go against them flagging. So whatever the case may be though, guys, I will be here. If I gotta make a new channel like I've already have, I'll do it again. It doesn't, if I really want to do this, then nothing's really gonna stop me. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys remember that. I will be here trying to drop daily content for you guys regardless of what happens to your boy. And with all that being said, have an awesome one. And go get yourself some Iceborne if you haven't already, because I can't wait to be playing it. And I did not want to spoil any of my anime people after I've already put up a fight on it. So if you want to see a fight on it, check out I'll put a link in there. So with all that being said though, peace.